This is the story of the Unshaken Woman. There was a woman who lived in a quiet house with a quiet heart, but there was nothing small about her. She moved through the world with an ease that others mistook for simplicity. But it was not simplicity, it was knowing. She had faced life without turning away. She had lost things without becoming lesser. She had gained wisdom without needing to wield it like a weapon. Her name was Elaine. Elaine saw the world as it was. She saw people take without learning, speak without listening, demand without understanding. They built themselves up on borrowed virtues, wrapped their greed in good intentions, and whispered words of justice as they made others bear the cost. "You should be like us," they told her. "We're making things better." "Better for whom?" she asked. They never had an answer, only a scoff. They mistook her lack of need for lack of ambition. They mistook her happiness for ignorance. They mistook her peace for permission to disregard her. "You will see," they told her. "One day, you will see why we do what we do." She already saw. The takers had built their lives on the ease of taking, never considering that they might one day be on the other side. But the world does not care for self-justifications. It does not pause for those who believe themselves untouchable. And so, one day, the same hands that had given to them out of fear, out of obligation, out of forced goodwill, turned on them. The ones they had stood beside, who had echoed their words, now saw them as obstacles. It happened slowly, then all at once. Their homes were taken, their comforts were stripped. Their voices, which had once rung out in self-righteous certainty, were now drowned beneath the roar of others who felt just as entitled, just as justified. And so they came to Elaine, the woman they had dismissed, standing still while their world fell apart. "How can you be calm?" they asked, voices tight with grief, eyes full of panic. "How can you stand there when we have lost everything?" Elaine looked at them, her gaze steady and full of something they could not name, something like sorrow, something like understanding, something like knowing this moment had always been coming. "Because I never built my life on what I could take," she said. "I built it on what I could carry within myself, and that," she placed a hand over her heart, firm and unshaken, "cannot be taken from me." The words hit them harder than the loss itself. They were not suffering because they had lost things. They were suffering because they had never truly owned anything of themselves. For the first time, some of them understood. The rest wept only for what was gone. And when the tears dried, they searched for new hands to take from.